Bert Kreischer, the machine, very clean, Mr. Clean, on the bean, like a dean, in the school, feeling cool, yeah, shaking, yeah, I'm raking, that money, days feeling sunny, clock goes forward on Sunday, fun day.
Wait, clock's going forward on Sunday? Does that mean losing an hour of sleep?
So when y'all are listening to this, the clock went forward 1 hour yesterday, aka Saturday, technically Saturday night, 2 a.m., when instead of hitting 2 a.m., it'll skip to 3 a.m.
What?
So Sunday morning, March 10th, yes. No, it's a good thing. We'll tell you lose an hour of sleep. However, we get an hour extra of sun. And you know what? I'll take it. Don't give me this sad puppy dog look.
Sunday going into Monday or Saturday going into Sunday?
Saturday going into Sunday.
Okay, that's bearable. If it was Sunday going into Monday, that would be...
That's what I'm saying. Yeah.
That would be fucking criminal. I feel like if someone did that, that's enough to be arrested. Yeah, that's enough to be
arrested.
Yeah, tried in front of the entire fucking world, dude. That's fucked up.
Your body will think that it's actually instead of an 8 a.m. class, it's a 7 a.m. class.
Yeah.
Which means you wake up at 6 o'clock instead of 7 o'clock.
Yeah. Fuck, I'm at 9 a.m. on Monday.
Darn tootin'. Welcome everyone back to another episode of Dumb and Delicious, the podcast hosted by Gaetano, Peritore, and Jack Hamilton. The man you're listening to at this current moment, his name is Gaetano.
The man you're listening to at this current moment is named Jack Hamilton. And before we begin, I just want to quickly say I have a terrible canker sore developing on the right side of my tongue. So if I sound like I'm speaking funny, it's because I am, because it hurts to talk. So Gaetano's hitting his hand signs for the healing jutsu right now. Thank you. Thank you. I appreciate it. I appreciate it.
The vibes. Jesus Christ, you got a Toblerone behind you bigger than a 9-inch dildo. What the fuck?
Yeah. This one is,
You put that shit up your ass?
Oh, fuck, yeah. Definitely 12 inches.
And how could you compare that to something in your room that was 12 inches? Welcome everyone to the episode. Hope you're doing well. Thank you for listening to us this Monday morning. Like we were just saying beforehand, clocks went an hour ahead yesterday morning. So it is Sunday or spring forward time, whatever the fuck. We got an extra hour of sunlight now, and we are going to fucking enjoy it because in my mind, every year when this happens, it's like the start. The momentum is building and starting for that summertime.
It's like a
summertime vibe, summertime feeling. Sunny days all day.
Yeah, I get a feeling of it's time to start like fresh. It's time to get going. Because, you fly into the new year with a certain momentum. You fly into a new season with a momentum you were carrying from the last season, right? And then we're sort of entering spring, although it feels like we've been in spring for a while. Now that we're kind of walking into spring, I got that motivation to get a new momentum going and just restart. Because the past week or two, I've been just with a fucking cold. I've been dying. I've just been slacking across the board. But, like I said, new momentum, getting ready. So Sunday is a new man. But until then,
I got this feeling inside my bones. It goes electric, baby, when you turn it on. Oh, in my city, oh, in my town.
I don't know the words.
All right, Jack, how you doing today? Today, how you feeling?
Today, how I'm feeling? I'm feeling good. Today I went to the gym, although I wasn't supposed to, but I was like, you know what, quick arm day, because I'm going to feel like a sack of shit if I don't do it. I woke up at 10 o'clock in the morning, fucking hustled schoolwork until 4, was like, I just decided to be a degenerate for 2-3 hours until 7 o'clock. Then I went to the gym. Then I came home and I was like, you know what? I'm going to play one match of League of Legends. Got on with my buddy Connor, got it fucking destroyed, regretted that decision, and now I'm here. So, but I'm feeling good. I'm happy. I'm in a good mood. I'm excited for the weekend. I'm excited to finally fucking work, make some money because I'm broke as fuck right now. But, yeah, no, I'm chilling. How about you, Gaetano?
Doing well. Today I had my Amazon purchase arrive at my household, which was 2 wireless microphones. It's like 2 receivers on a microphone and the transmitter that you plug into your phone. I tried them out at the gym, the one at least, and it worked really well. I'm very excited, and I put out there on the Instagram page, if y'all were following, which obviously is a promo. download the episode, but check us out on Instagram at Dumb and Delicious, one word. But I posted and said, hey, y'all, I got this microphone. I've been recording myself in the gym. What are our thoughts on Jack and I recording our gym sessions here and there once in a while and like explaining shit? What works for us, what doesn't work for us. We're not pros. We're not certified with ISSA. Is that it? International super
totally not looking it up right now.
Sexy authorities. I don't know. I swear it's ISSA.
Is
well, I don't know what it stands for. International something.
The International Sports Sciences Association.
Yes. So we're not ISSA certified, but we do have a decent amount of experience. I'd like to say for myself.
I've been working out for 2 years. I mean, I think if you get, I'm not saying we're the biggest guys on the fucking planet, but if you get a good look at where we started and where we're at right now, you can get a decent idea that, I'd like to think we know what we're doing.
Started from the bottom, now we here.
Yeah, exactly. What was I going to say? It's actually pretty interesting that you mentioned that, because my cousin who goes to Western was asking me about, he's like, hey man, can you give me some advice about working out? Just getting into working out. And like first year university is like that is the best time to start lifting, because that's when you're in your prime. You know what I mean?
Delta is trying to reach alpha.
Yeah,
I know what he means.
Delta is trying to reach alpha. Yeah, he knows what that means. So I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna sit down and put together like an entire Google Doc and explain everything from the ground up about working out, just like to my knowledge, include what I do, but also like put a heavy emphasis on saying that what I do isn't what to do, because you need to find the biggest key to working out is finding out what works for you.
What works for you. So it's like 4 pages long of what I've been writing, of just like detailed breaking down everything. And I've actually had like 2 or 3 people specifically ask me if I have any information on working out or where I learned all my stuff from. And it's funny that they ask me literally right after I start working on this doc. So I've sent it to like 3 people already. And it's just, I don't know, it's kind of funny because like my cousin asked me and I was like, I'm just going to do this for fun. Just put all my ideas down on a paper and just give it to him. And then I have like a bunch of random people asking me, it's like, hey man, do you have any information that you could share with me? Any like resources? And I'm like, yeah, it's funny you ask. I actually just wrote something. So I don't know. I thought that was pretty cool. You know what else is pretty cool?
What's up?
Reaching past the sound of speed.
What?
The speed of sound. Fuck me, man.
You tried, dude.
I tried.
You definitely tried.
I'm just going to put myself in a timeout for a second. All right, we're back. We were talking right before this episode about past relationships, and we're not going to get super, super into it, but I just thought that it was, something that we can roll with, and that was looking at past relationships or past moments and events you've spent with somebody or spent with a group of people, and whether or not you miss them specifically, or if you miss the feeling of being around them, or the feeling of the excitement or whatever, the happiness the joy you felt
in that like specific moment. Yeah. And like specifically speaking, like these people are no longer around, whether that's like an ex-partner or a friend or a family member or anything like that. And I was Gaetano and I were just talking, just like sitting kind of just reflecting about the past and, people we've been around, friends, partners, family, and just like whether we miss, the person, do we miss the experience? Do we miss the moment? Do we miss the feeling, like how they made us feel, and the kind of sort of thing?
Yeah. And
I was kind of torn about a few things because I was just thinking back to a couple of old memories from way back when. And I was like, how do I say this? How do I say this? I was like, do I miss the people who are no longer in my life, or do I miss, the stuff I used to share with them, right? Like,
yeah.
I'm trying to think of an example here that I can give.
Do you miss, like, for example, something that I did was in high school, I had a group of friends that always made a lot of short films and, a lot of different kinds of content. And I look back and go, do I miss them specifically, or do I miss the feeling and the excitement of creating content? Do I miss, them individually? Do I miss them, like seeing them smile or seeing like how they feel on a daily basis, talking to them? Or do I miss the more materialistic things or the more external traits that we shared together, which was, making content or talking about media creation, like certain directors, and sharing those things? Because, an individual is definitely different than what they talk about. Sorry, there's a difference between a person and how they act versus what they talk about, right? So you can talk about something that you're not passionate about, but, still talk about it and not care. If that makes any sense, you know what I'm saying?
No, I know exactly what you mean. And it's also, so for example, like there was a group of people I used to hang out with in high school, and the feeling that I used to, this was like when I first started coming out of my shell, sort of like not staying home, playing video games all day, just going to school sort of deal. It's like when I started going out. And the people I no longer spend a lot of time with or see at all, I actually haven't seen any of them in years. But I remember going out, and I get Snapchat memories of it all the time. And it's like, oh man, like I miss those days. And it's like, do I miss hanging out with people? Do I miss the moments we used to share together? Because it was like every time I'd go out with them, it'd always be the feeling of like, it's going to sound corny as fuck, but like young, wild, and free. You know what I mean? You just go out, do whatever the fuck you want. The world's your oyster. And you just a complete no give a fuck factor to anything. Just have
absolutely
like a good ass time.
Vibes.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Just being a fucking degen. And now it's like
no responsibility.
Yeah, exactly. And it's like sometimes I'll run into these people. Not all of them. There's a few people I see every once in a while, and it's like I talk to them, and it's like they're so much different than when I look back and when I think about them. And it's like, would I reconnect with that person? Do I want to try and reconnect with that person, or do I just kind of miss how I felt when we would go out and do stupid shit together? You know what I mean? And it's also thinking back, it's also probably not a good influence. The stuff we get up to, definitely not a healthy or positive. I'll say that. I don't know. It's just, it kind of, thinking about that kind of stuff, getting stuck in the past kind of gets me down in the dumps. And it's like, what exactly do I miss about that experience that's getting me down now? So I can, like, do I miss exactly that? Or can I try and refine that again in my current life? You know what I mean?
Piggybacking off of that concept, when I think of things that I miss, sometimes you'll also grace upon the past. And for me, I find myself once in a while thinking about past relationships that I've had.
Relationships is a big one too. Yeah.
I had a relationship with this girl. Now it would have been 7 years ago, actually. Almost 7 years ago in April. 7 years ago. We only dated for a couple months, but to this day, that was kind of the best relationship I ever had. And I think to myself, is it a matter of I'm still like in love with this girl? Am I still like fallen for her? Am I obsessed, etc.? And I go, no, it's not that. It's just I missed the things she showed me. I missed what we learned together. I missed the excitement of trying new things, and I missed being able to really be myself around them. And on top of that as well, there's the small things that add to it. Like, for example, if somebody really cares about you, or they're very fond of showing you off, like, posting about them on your story and being like, oh, I look at my boyfriend, he's so cute when he does this, and you're at a pumpkin patch or whatever, just being in the spotlight, having attention drawn to you. Like, I'm not gonna lie, I like that feeling. I don't need it, but once in a while it's nice. So I miss those feelings. And then when I, as an individual, when I'm single and I'm working on myself, I can try to do things that mimic that, right? Mm-hmm. And then find a new love for doing that for myself.
With yourself, right?
With myself. So that way, not only does it feel great because I'm doing it myself, and I'm learning how to love myself, and I'm learning how to express gratitude for myself, but also finding in the love again for it helps me. So that way, when the time comes that I do find another girlfriend, or I do find another partner in the future, and I'm able to share how I achieve that and how I can get to that feeling by myself, it makes it even better when they do it for you, or if they do it again, mm-hmm. right? It's even more rewarding. And honestly, again, that with just building yourself as a character, learning to be one with yourself is exceptionally important, because it allows you to grow with another person even more. if you can't climb stairs by yourself, you shouldn't be taking an elevator. And that is not the best
Escalator.
idea or best concept. Escalator. Correct. I like that better.
I get the message, though. I get the message.
You get the message. And my words are a little stumbled because I'm trying to elaborate and I'm trying to depict what my thoughts are, but it's a little bit difficult for me to express. And that's one thing I'm actually learning right now, or trying to work on, is thinking before I speak and trying to limit the amount of times I'll say yeah, so I hate that about my speech, and I'm working on it.
I definitely noticed that, not for you, but for myself too. I posted on my Snapchat. I never post videos of myself talking on my Snapchat story ever, because I just don't have a reason to. And I had a really good workout the other day, and I was fucking gassed. And I was like, I just want to tell people how I feel and how that kind of made me fall in love with working out again. Not that I ever fell out of love with it. I fucking love it, but it made me get that feeling like I did for the first time.
Yeah. And
I was trying to talk on my Snapchat story, and if anyone listening is on my Snapchat, has one on my private Snapchat, they know exactly what I'm talking about. Like when I just got congested there. Sorry about that. You ever get when you're talking, one nostril gets congested and your voice gets thrown off? Anyways, I don't know if I feel it or if you can hear it. Never mind. I'm just going to shut up. Get back to what I was saying. I was talking on my Snapchat story, and I was listening to it back. I just did it there. I said I was listening to it back. I was listening to it back, and there was a lot of and I was just did it again.
And I was
talking,
just thinking, wow.
Yeah, and I was thinking, wow, I can't fucking speak, and I'm not even talking to anybody. I'm talking to myself into a fucking camera. This should not be this difficult. So I know exactly what you mean in terms of expressing yourself in words, but I definitely do agree with you in terms of what we were talking about earlier about past relationships, about being put in a spotlight or being made I don't know how to say this without sounding corny as fuck. Damn.
Yeah, just say, who cares?
Without the feeling of feeling extra important. You know what I mean? That
overachieving?
Feeling. Not overachieving. No, the feeling of importance, the spotlight feeling, the pedestal feeling. Like we were talking about before the episode. It's it feels like you're constantly on a pedestal when you're in a relationship. And that feeling, I feel like if you can find that for yourself in terms of self-love, that's peak mental right there. If you can reach that point in your head, that's fucking awesome to a healthy extent. If you go too far in that direction, that's when you get into the God complex, and then that's when it's just not good.
100%. If you do something frequently enough, it can become an obsession, no matter what it is. It could even be considered healthy. I'm, obsessed with working out, or I'm obsessed with cooking or something. It can at one point become an obsession, unhealthy, and then lead to negative, unhealthy habits. Yeah.
Yeah. And the whole message of what I'm trying to say is chasing that feeling is following down the path of trying to find real strong self-love. You know what I mean? And I've been single now for probably 6 months, and finding that point of self-love is definitely difficult.
Yeah.
Because you do miss a lot of the feeling of being wow. And obviously family love is amazing. Obviously love from your friends is amazing, but it's different when it's a partner. You know what I mean? So
yeah. Romantic love.
Yeah, romantic love. But you can't really have romantic love for yourself without being weird. But I don't mean romantic love. I just mean
you can't have
appreciation.
Romantic love unless you're true to yourself.
Yes. Am I true to myself? I have absolutely no fucking clue. And the fact that I don't know means I'm probably not. So
that's okay. That's just an opportunity to grow.
Yeah, it is. I don't know. And it's this is something I cannot try and pursue while I'm in school because I don't have the mental real estate to do that right now. You know what I mean?
Mental real estate.
Yeah. The only two things that I know are in my absolute control as of today is my academics and my physical health. That is it. That's the only thing I can really focus on right now. And I can't really wait for this to graduate, for the summer to come around so I can really work on me, have the time to work on myself and figure my shit out, because I've become such a lazy fuck over the past like 3 years since COVID started. Like I'm so lazy. I'm so tired all the time. I don't have a lot of motivation to do a lot of things. The only thing I actually have motivation for, a lot of motivation for, is the gym. That's the number one thing that is like absolute in my life, is having motivation to go to the gym and just fucking hustle there. School motivation is starting to fizzle out, but I also know it's the last semester, so I'm just kind of punching through it. But I don't know.
It's like senioritis in high school. Don't worry.
Yeah. It's like, oh my god, last semester I can take my foot off the gas. It's like, no, dude. No, this is where fucking winners are made. This is the finish line right here. You know what I mean?
Yes, sir.
Fucking pound it out. Everyone else is probably taking their foot off the gas. This is when you take the lead. It's like F1, you know what I mean? Last lap and you're fucking hitting. Hit the DRS and just... That's what I'm saying. Yeah, I'm trying to get that last little boost that pushed me over the finish line right now.
You're trying to hit that.
Yeah, I don't know. This kind of just sparked because I was on Snapchat the other day, and I got a bunch of Snapchat memories. This whole conversation that Gaetano and I were having right before we recorded, what we just talked about, it was like memories from the past. Like, and it was like a bunch of old photos from like 6 years ago, 5 years ago, 6 months ago, and it was just all this shit. And I was like, damn, I miss a lot of this. It's like, do I really miss it? You know what I mean? And what do I miss about it? That's kind of sparked this talk about, you know.
Do you miss doing it? As in, like, would you want to recreate these memories? Or do you feel nostalgic and you're like, I appreciate and I'm happy that I created those memories, but the past is the past. I know to do better, or the past is the past. I don't have time for that, or the past is the past. How can we learn from this?
Yeah. Or have I learned from it? What have I done since?
Have I learned from it? Exactly.
And a lot of it, and I'm not going to lie to you, a lot of it was, I would say it's like 60-40. I've learned from it. 40%, I wish I could recreate it. But the 60% knowing that I've learned from it makes me not want to recreate it. You know what I mean? Because it's like I've had my experience.
Yeah, because it overpowers.
And it was fun. It was fun way back in the day doing stupid shit. But now it's like, I learned that
you couldn't be caught doing shit like that now.
No, I mean, and it's not like caught doing stupid shit isn't anything illegal. No, obviously not. It's just being fucking young and stupid. You know what I mean?
Not spending your time in the wisest manner.
Having absolute dog shit priorities was it mostly. Yeah.
Priorities? You had priorities?
I did not, actually. I did not. Priorities kicked in about 2 years ago when I realized that I want to go to med school and I got to fucking make this shit happen. That's when the real priorities started to kick in.
Yeah.
And I think about that all the time. It's like if I took a year off after high school just to get my shit together, I would be in such a better place than I am right now. But shoulda, coulda, woulda, I did not learn from it, make that fucking change right now. And that's kind of the mindset I had 2 years ago. And that was like a really strong moment of character development. I remember I was studying for my calc exam and I was like, it's over. I'm not going anywhere. I'm fucked. And then I sat down with my mom for like 15 minutes and we just had to talk about the past is the past, learn from it, and use that to fucking push you forward.
Yeah.
And that's literally when I sat, everything clicked. I got my shit together, fucking bombed the calc exam. I'm not going to lie to you. But from that moment forward, I just had like an entirely new outlook on life and my priorities and what I need to do to find success for myself, like academically, personally, socially, everything. And I'd like to think I've made a lot of progress. I don't know.
That's good. I honestly, you talking about like talking with your mom, I totally feel that because I had a deep intellectual conversation with my parents 2 days ago, and I really needed that. I haven't made the time. I haven't set aside time as of the past couple months to really just sit down and talk to my parents about serious things, not just everyday funny things or just not serious endeavors or topics. But it was good to talk to them about that. And I was just like, man, I take this shit for granted because there's so many people out there that don't have that. And I feel bad for you, but at the same time, I'm proud because I know that those people are working on, they're finding other methods to get to the same result. Yeah. They are finding other resources that they have available to them.
And it makes me kind of have a lot of
discovery. A
whole new respect for that person because it's like, they don't have any of the opportunities I have. Like, for example, like I'm not gonna name specifically who it is, But I know a friend of mine doesn't have issues with his parents, but his parents don't make doing what he needs to do easy. And he has to take a lot of care for his parents, has to take a lot of time for his parents. And he's one of the fucking hardest workers I know. If he's listening to this, he knows exactly who he is. And just seeing him and how far he's come with how little, not how little he's been given, but without having what sounds like from what he's told me, without having the support system that I know I have with my parents, and my parents taking a lot of weight off my back in terms of like, groceries and still letting me stay at their house and still being there to motivate me for whatever it is. Seeing people that don't have the same opportunity or same blessings that I have make it as far as I have and even further, I have so much respect for those people. And it's just like, I feel bad, but at the same time, I'm very happy for them to see how well they've done in their given situation. And this sounds like a very privileged thing to say. I mean, and it is, but you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's like, I don't know. It fucking shocks me. And then it makes me feel like a piece of shit because it's like, I have all these resources, I have all this opportunity, yet I'm still exactly where I am. But I'm exactly where I need to be at the same time. You know what I mean?
I was going to say, let's get into questions. But before that, I just want to give some people a recommendation for a TED Talk I saw a couple days ago. And I thought it was very enlightening, especially how we were talking about
Wait, does that mean what I think? Like I said,
what?
Wait, what do you mean?
I mean that I'm saying
You said,
and
dude, I'm fucking.
Just say it. I'll cut this part out. Just say it.
We were talking. No, you don't have to cut this out if you don't want to, because we were talking about a few episodes.
We were talking about cum
a few episodes ago.
Oh, a few episodes ago, bro.
And I thought that's what you were about to refer to. I'm like, what does he mean? He's a TED Talk about cum? What?
No.
And then I meant and I was like, oh, about the talking thing, like the like.
We were talking previously in this episode about bettering our conversations and learning how to speak more maturely and form sentences appropriately.
Yeah.
And there's a TED Talk that I watched, and I thought it was very, very intriguing, very interesting, and very enlightening. So if anyone that's listening wants to improve their speech, I would highly recommend the TED Talk 10 Ways to Have a Better Conversation by host Celeste Headlee. I'll also mention it in this episode's description. I'm trying. No ums. I'm trying to watch a couple TED Talks per week to really get my brain going. Fuck. I'm sorry.
I find talking slower helps a lot.
I'm trying to talk slower, but I'm also boring the fuck out of myself. Anyways, watch that TED Talk. You'll enjoy it. And that's that. Anyways, question time. It's question time. It's question time. It's question time with dumb and delicious people.
So this is
that's our fucking new jingle.
Question time. Question time. Question time. That's a pretty good one, actually. I like that. Do you have any? Mine are like definitely questions. I'll say that.
Okay, let's hear them. I got a couple too.
Sorry about that, Zainab. And the next one is not even really a question. It just says, back day routine, please and thank you.
Is that from Mike?
No, it is not. It is from...
Who's it from?
My friend Hagriva. Shout
out Hagriva.
I'm sorry, Hagriva, but I'm not going to try and pronounce her last name. No offense. Because it took me like a month to figure out how to say your name when I met you. I'm sorry. Anyways, back day, typically super quick, lat pull downs, rows. I rip hella shrugs. I love doing shrugs. Single arm rows are really good. I'm not gonna lie, I do lat pull downs, I do single arm lat pull downs, I do rows, I do single arm rows, I do face pulls and shrugs. Typically what I do. And then pull ups sometimes. If I'm really feeling it, I'll finish and burn out with one set neutral grip, one set regular pull up, and then a set of chin ups.
I will do lat pull downs. I've recently been doing lat pull downs with a neutral grip. I will do they'll be with single arms, but they'll be going at the same time, if that makes sense. I'll do lat pullovers. I will do high rows, high MTS rows, low MTS rows, And I will also do some, what are they called when you're like on one of those kind of, it's for lower back and it's like raising your body fully like a plank but in midair. I don't know. Back extensions. I think that's what it's called. I don't know. Those, and
I don't think you can extend your back. Do the movement. Replicate the movement really quick. I'll say it.
like you're on the thing like this. Sorry, everyone. I'm just gonna mount my chair for Jack. You're doing this, right? You're over.
Don't
and then
fall.
You have like a weight, and you're going. Ooh.
Holy shit!
And like
you can't extend your back. What the fuck? Okay, yeah, back extension. Damn, I forgot about those.
back extensions. And I'm missing one or two more, but yeah, those ones.
But as specifically
Next
emphasized, honestly, you got to find what works for you. Whatever your mental connects with the best when you are exercising your back. That is just what I do personally. Agreed.
Approved.
I hate that.
Okay.
I hate that so much.
I love that one. I love that style thing. What's the next one?
That's all I had on deck.
All right. Bet and
So again, sorry Zainab, and thank you Agriva.
and let's go with at Broderick Nelson says, how does it feel to shit yourself? Context, I shit myself last year in Michigan because I was drunk and they threw a firecracker in the bathroom. Next question. Tristan _Lishka asks, most common stereotype for people in sports, i.e. football players, blank. Basketball players, blank. Baseball players, blank. Hockey players, blank. I would say football players, I find, are usually heavy in build.
Yes, usually a lot more stocky.
Baseball players are also pretty large, but I'm changing it. Baseball players have great asses. Not hitting on any baseball players, but just in general, I find most baseball players can fucking pass a backache right there. Soccer players are usually very thin and light. What was the other one they said? He also mentioned golf players. Golf players are old and at heart, and hockey players are assholes.
I'm gonna go.
Sorry, they could be sweethearts or they could be assholes.
Football players.
That's my take on them.
Stocky. Baseball players out of shape. Hockey players talk like idiots. Typically are. Golf. Very boring. Golf people are either the fucking funniest people you've ever met, or you never want to talk to them ever again.
Yeah.
What are some other sports? Throw some at me.
Tennis, baseball, soccer,
Tennis,
football.
rich people, soccer. I hate soccer.
Invalid entry.
Yeah, invalid entry. Soccer,
How about this? You play lacrosse. Lacrosse players are blank.
assholes.
Oh, okay.
Most of the time. I've honestly met very few lacrosse players who are genuinely very nice people. I'm not gonna lie to you.
Swimmers are.
Yeah, swimming is a good one. Honestly, every swimmer I've met has been so vastly different from the other. I've met swimmers who are like the most fucking stupid stoners. I have met swimmers who are some of the most intelligent people I've ever met. I've met some swimmers who you wouldn't think are able to swim, but they are extremely quick in the water. I have met some swimmers who talk a lot about swimming and who don't know how to swim. So I honestly can't get a read on swimmers.
I would say similar to hockey players, it's one side of the spectrum each. You either got people that are full of themselves, big egos, or like figure skaters hate their lives because they go to like practice at like 5 or 6 a.m. and then have class like at 8 a.m. and then go home after school, work like 4 or 5 hours, part-time job, and then go to bed at like 10, 11 o'clock, and then again have to wake up at like 6 a.m. every morning or whatever, 5 a.m. So,
yeah.
I
think my dad was a swimmer.
I think we'll end with that question. And then Ryan.Pope _ asks, did you oil up yet? Did we?
Okay, so I was actually thinking about that, and that is, what is like the time constraint for 80 downloads? I say we give it like a month.
A month? Damn. You give them a lot of time.
I don't know.
I don't really want to oil up.
I don't really want to oil up either, but like I'm trying to be reasonable here, because if we say a week, it's passed already. If we say 2 weeks, then
as of when this, how about this? When this episode drops, y'all need to get a minimum 80 fucking downloads, and we'll oil up. This episode releases Monday, March 11th at 7 a.m.
They're not going to hear this in time.
You have 1 week. You have until Monday, March 18th, right? At 12 p.m. noon. You have technically a week and 5 hours to get 80 downloads. So spread the word, share all that shit on your Instagrams, try to get 80, and if you do, we'll fucking oil up.
Yep. Okay. Yeah, I'm on board with that.
And maybe it'll be in the 100th episode. We don't know.
And maybe it'll be in the 100th episode. We don't know. We'll get there.
It'll be in the 100th episode probably. We'll see. It'll be in an A episode or some Instagram promo or something.
It's like the entire episode is just a mic'd up workout, and at the end, it just hit the posing room and just...
Oh my god, just fucking baby oil and all that shit. Just smack, 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 smack. Or like fucking red as shit from smacking each other with baby oil. Someone walks in and is just like, what the fuck?
Dude, remember that one time we were posing in the fucking posing room? And like these two girls walked in and like looked at us and they were like, I don't know, one of them said something and they both just like screamed and fucking ran out of the room. Do you remember that?
I don't remember them screaming, but I remember one of them.
I heard like a screech.
Like, oh,
yeah, and I was like, what?
Like fucking walk out.
That's pretty funny.
Whatever, it's alright. Anyways, we're gonna wrap up this episode. Thank you so much, everyone, for listening to this dumb but delicious content. If you aren't listening to us already on the following platforms, you can follow us on Spotify, iHeartRadio, Google Podcasts, Deezer, Podcast Addict, Podchaser, GeoSavin, and our lovely platform, YouTube.
If you want to catch us on any of our social media to send in any topics you want to hear us talk about, any questions you want to hear us answer, or if you just want to say hello, you can find us. I don't know why I say social media when there's only one. You can find us on Instagram at Dumb and Delicious. Our personals are linked in the bio. Feel free to send us any whatever I just listed. And if you don't reach us there, you can feel free to reach out to our personals, which are also linked there. I feel like I repeated myself several times, but honestly, I don't know.
The message was sent.
The message is out there. You know what I mean. Download the episode too.
Download the episode. If we get 80, we'll oil up. If we don't, we won't oil up. Either way, it's a win-win. Win for you guys or win for us. So,
is it really a win for them though?
No, it's a win-lose or lose-win. No. They're going to want to see us oiled up. I'm going to start cutting.
I'm going to have to cut for the 80 downloads.
I'm not going to eat anything for like 2 days and then just be like mostly water weight. Anyways, enough of our unhealthy habits that we're planning on doing. Thank you everyone for listening, and we shall catch y'all in the next episode next week, Monday morning at 7 a.m. Oh, and I'll also be 23 for next episode.
Goat.
Ciao.
Peace.